Eli Goree. I am a member of ACTRA and a Toronto councillor member. I also am the co-chair and founder of the Young Emerging Actors Assembly, and this is my first time at the CLC convention. I am also going to be running tomorrow for the Young Workers Caucus.
So you're fairly new to the trade union movement then?
Fairly new to the trade union movement. I've been involved with my local union for a few years now, about going on 3 years. But as far as the national and provincial level, I'm pretty new.
How and why did you get involved in the union?
Well, I got involved with my local union. First off, when I first came to Toronto as a young actor, I realized I was a member of this union, but I didn't really know what it was doing, and I didn't know what it offered me as a young actor, and so I really wanted to kind of find out what programs or initiatives that they had, and it turned out that they had a convention, an annual convention, and so I attended it, and it was fantastic. I got to network with some amazing artists, and there was a lot of programs and things that were built to kind of help actors push their career forward and to meet other people in the industry. So after that experience, I really wanted to be more a part of basically bringing together actors and helping us as a community help each other to get to the next level in our careers.
What are the issues that particularly concern young actors in Canada?
Well, I think the main thing is that we're not very organized. Actors, the acting body that I represent at is between 17 and 27 years old, and they tend to be the ones who are the highest earners in terms of a constituency, and they work quite a bit, but yet they're not very involved in their union. They're not very. They live a very isolated life. Oftentimes, they get manipulated or taken advantage of or exploited by employers because they don't have any kind of solidarity or any kind of united voice. And so, I think that's the main thing. I also find that they tend to get frustrated because there tends to be a ceiling in Canada where actors can reach a certain level of success and then kind of have to start all over again, and that leads to a lot of our talent being drained down to the United States and to other countries, and so I think it's been really a big initiative for us to try and build a star system here where young actors can feel like they're appreciated and they can have an internationally successful here at home.
How does the union get involved in building a star system? I would have assumed that came from the studio or the movie theaters or chains or whatever.
Well, we're Canadians, and Canadians like to do things a little differently sometimes. In the States, they have a studio system, and they built that studio system, and how they used to have it set up would be actors would sign contracts, and they would be actors for that particular studio, and they'd get paid a salary, and then they'd work on several different projects. That's since changed because it was exploitative to artists, but because the star system was already in place with different publicists and media down there, and it's the biggest media center in the world, they managed to maintain their star system. Now here in Canada, we don't have studios. What we tend to have is independent production companies and different networks. And so those networks don't have any real invested interest in making stars. They're more interested in making pictures and films and television shows that are successful, and they don't really care either way. They have no vested interest in actors being successful. So as a union, we feel like it's our job to make sure that we can have respect and be internationally appreciated for the work that we do, especially if the work that we're doing is on par or better than our American counterparts or our Australian counterparts or our British counterparts. So as a union, we've decided that we want to take the initiative to promote and back and support our homegrown talent so that they don't have to leave to go somewhere else to be successful.
How do young actors get taken advantage of? What kind of exploitation exists?
I mean, all kinds. I think at the worst level, you see a lot of people being, you see sexual harassment. You see a lot of people feeling like they need to be being demeaned by directors and not feeling like they have a voice because they want to get the job and they want to keep the job. You see a lot of infighting amongst young actors and not being connected and having solidarity, but instead feeling like each other is their competition, and so trying to pull each other down. And even in the lighter instances, you just, I think, see a lack of community and a divide and conquer sort of approach from some, not all, but some productions. And so I think it's really important, especially as a union, that we fight those kinds of situations.
You want to get involved with the CLC in young worker issues as well. How does that broader approach fit with your work and your view?
Yeah, I'm running for the vice president position, and also if I wasn't successful in that, I'm also running for the alternate position that's available for the Young Workers Caucus. And I think it's really good because we don't have a voice currently at ACTRA with the CLC for our young workers. We are represented now as a union on a national level, but our young workers don't have any connection to the young workers in other industries. And I think that just like it's important for young actors to connect, I think it's important for young workers on the whole, and union workers especially, to connect and fight for each other's rights, because we have more in common than we have differences.
Very good. Any final thoughts you'd like to leave us with?
I'd just like to say, this being my first CLC convention, it's been a fantastic experience. I'm so inspired by the topics that are being brought up and by the people that have gotten up and spoken, and how passionate everyone is. It's really, it's quite a joy to see concerns that you have in your own personal struggles being shared amongst others and being fought against, so that you're not alone in the struggle.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.